Right now at 6, the Mississippi continues to rise. We have the latest on when the floodwaters are expected to crest. And safety for healthcare workers. A new federal bill would offer protections in an industry with the risk of violence in the workplace.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 6. I'm Ken Kozarowski. River levels are rising all down the Mississippi, and we are seeing the effects in La Crosse. This is a look at the East Copeland boat launch. The boat ramp currently closed by the city because of high waters. Governor Tony Evers has declared a state of emergency as of yesterday because of flooding, which allows the National Guard and state agencies to use extra resources. But that video, clear as day, Eric Dean, and it's staying around.
Yes, at least for the next several days. Matter of fact, take a look here at the latest. This is the most recent information I have in regards to the Mississippi River at La Crosse. Right now we are sitting at 13.94 feet. Major flood stage is 15 feet. We're going to go there, or 15.5 feet I should say is major flood stage. We'll go to 15 feet as we go into your Friday, and then by Sunday it'll be at 15.7 feet, and that's kind of where we'll crest at as we go into next week. Now, with that being said, if you live across the Mississippi, no matter where you are in the viewing area, you are under a flood warning, and per the National Weather Service, this is until further notice. You notice over towards Juneau and Adams County also under a flood warning, portions of Jackson County as well, even Pepin County under a flood warning. So here's a look at the precip chances over the next several days. We'll keep the precip chances in the forecast for tonight going into tomorrow. And then by Friday and Saturday, a stray shower or two not out of the question. And then we really ramp up the precip chances again as we go into next week. Right now, we are seeing temperatures in the 30s and 40s. 39 is the current temperature in Ladysmith, 40 in Eau Claire, 42 in La Crosse. 44 is the current temperature in Prairie du Chien, as well as Boscobel. We'll hover right around 42 as we go into the next several hours. You see that temperature start to go up just a little bit as we go throughout the evening and overnight hours. That's because we are going to see a warm front push its way through the Coulee region. Now, coming up in the first warn forecast, Ken, we're going to talk more about the Mississippi River. We'll talk about some other cities that's being impacted and where they are in regards to their flood levels as well. So we'll talk about that in a few minutes.
Sounds like a plan. Thanks, Eric.
You bet.
Well, back on the news side of things this evening, when doctors, nurses, and other healthcare workers get ready to see patients, they also have to look after themselves. The healthcare industry has one of the highest rates of injury caused by workplace violence. News 8 Now's Dua Israr explains how a new piece of legislation may help. Good evening, Dua.
Can violence... Every morning, Clark Draxler walks into work and puts his patient... Ken, we got a little ahead of ourselves there. Violence was something Clark Draxler never thought that he would have to think about when he first started practicing medicine. Now, it's something he has to face every day. Every morning, Clark Draxler walks into work and puts his patients first.
I enjoy working at the bedside still, enjoy taking care of patients.
That's becoming harder to do when Draxler's safety is at risk.
The patient wanted a room with a different space or a different window and had threatened to punch me.
Nationwide, threats and violence against healthcare workers are on the rise.
Last year, half of all nurses reported an increase in workplace violence. It's more than double the previous year.
That's why Wisconsin Senator Tammy Baldwin is introducing the Workplace Violence Prevention in Healthcare and Social Services Act.
Frontline healthcare workers and social workers deserve to work in a safe environment free from violence.
The bipartisan legislation will require healthcare employers to have a prevention plan, including ways to identify and flag clients with a history of violence.
It's a common sense approach.
In 2021, Gunderson Health System with the Wisconsin Hospital Association supported a bill that would make threats against healthcare workers a Class H felony in Wisconsin. The bill was signed into law by Governor Tony Evers last month.
Anything we can do to elevate what we're doing for our healthcare workers is super important.
Draxler says patients have the right to healthcare, but healthcare workers also have a right to safety. The bill is supported by roughly 30 members of Congress, including 3 House Republicans. Ken?
All right, Dua Israr reporting. Thanks very much. The bill has been referred to the Committee on Health, Education, Labor, and Pensions. In the meantime, a man who stabbed and killed another man during a fight at Hooska Park nearly 2 years ago has been sentenced to prison. Judge Ramona Gonzalez sentenced David Pearson Jr. to 4.5 years in prison and 5 years of extended supervision. Pearson has already spent nearly 2 years in jail, and that is subtracted from his prison time. He was charged with homicide by negligent handling of a dangerous weapon after stabbing Cameron Baker on June 28th of 2021. Judge Gonzalez said at the hearing today that she's taking into account a factor of self-defense in the sentencing, and Pearson said he wants to improve himself. The superintendent of La Crosse Schools says a new citizens committee can help the district plan for long-term success. Aaron Engel says the newly formed Facilities Advisory Committee is the district trying a new approach with the community after the previous model of focus groups and surveys led to the failed November 2022 referendum. For this new committee, the La Crosse School Board gave administration a list of potential candidates who were then invited to join. Engel says the roughly 25-person committee is now full and will be available tomorrow. He says the committee members will make recommendations to the school board using their diverse community viewpoints.
Organizations associated with the school district, organizations within the community, parents, community members, and we were thoughtful about choosing people that were vocally against the referendum. We want this process to be successful, and so we included viewpoints from both sides of that last issue to ensure that it represents all viewpoints in our community.
And that committee will meet monthly for the next 8 months. The first meeting tomorrow from 6 to 8:30 p.m. at the Hogan Administrative Center. The public is welcome to attend and can provide written comments. Engel says the meetings will also be recorded and put on the district website. Masking will be optional at all Gunderson Health System locations starting Monday. A release from the health system says this decision is based on lower risk factors like COVID community levels and because of the availability of vaccines and virus treatments. After Monday, patients, visitors, and staff can choose whether to put on a mask. The system is asking everyone seeking care with a fever or respiratory symptoms to mask up. After its failure to build a large electronics manufacturing facility in Wisconsin, Foxconn is selling a parcel of land to Microsoft. The $50 million purchase was agreed upon today. Foxconn Technology Group did build one manufacturing facility, but instead of creating the 13,000 jobs it promised, it only created about 770. Microsoft plans to use the land to build a $1 billion data center on the 315-acre parcel in Racine County. A bill with harsher punishments for reckless drivers is now on its way to Governor Evers' desk. The bill passed through the state Senate today. Evers says he plans on signing it into law. The Republican-backed bill would increase maximum fines for reckless driving, and reckless drivers who cause great bodily harm would face a maximum of 6 years in prison. Evers signed a bill earlier this month allowing local governments to impound unsafe drivers' cars. After the break, a pedestrian bridge allowing people on French Island to cross the interstate may not be around forever. The Department of Transportation wants to hand over the care of the bridge to the town of Campbell. The town leaders say they might not be able to support it.
No one gives you more choices than Dahl Auto. We have the best selection in the region with over 400 new vehicles from 9 different brands. Schedule a VIP appointment or buy online at dahlauto.com.
Get 11% off everything when you upgrade your home with Tarkett Flooring. We carry durable laminate flooring, easy to install sheet vinyl, and waterproof vinyl plank. Pick up Vibe Sheet Vinyl for just 99 cents a square foot after rebate. Save on your favorite cleaning supplies from Procter & Gamble. They deliver quality products from brands you can trust, like Dawn, Tide, and Bounty. Get this 6-pack of Bounty paper towels for just $7.79 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Are record high energy and water costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? With inflation rising at record levels and incomes not keeping pace, you might be one of tens of thousands of Wisconsin residents who are struggling to survive. While you may not ask for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to be without heat, water, or power. For a hand up, apply today and call 1-800-506-5596. That's 800-506-5596. Or visit www.heat.help.
The new cars are rolling in at Dahl Auto with over 400 vehicles available. While other dealers have brochures, we have the newest models on the show floor with all the latest technology and safety features. Experience them for yourself at Dahl Auto.
The future of a Town of Campbell footbridge is up in the air. The Department of Transportation wants to transfer ownership to the Town of Campbell, but town supervisors say future repairs could cost the town $20 million that they don't have. News 8 Now's Emily Haugen explains why some are fighting to keep it intact.
The roads we take every day
Just try to stay positive.
become part of us.
We use it quite a bit just to go on walks, to take our dog for a walk.
Brett Benicki takes the Interstate 90 footbridge several times a week.
A lot of kids still use that. They bike across it and walk across it, especially the walk to school day that they have.
The county and state are currently responsible for that bridge. Soon, that might not be the case.
State approached the town board and said that they were planning on repairing the pedestrian overpass over I-90. Then once that was repaired, ownership would be transferred to the town of Campbell.
Town Supervisor Mitch Bromer says the town, which operates on a $1.1 million annual budget, can't afford to maintain it. Benicki and a number of community members want to keep the bridge.
We just don't want to be just 5 people making the choice. Like, let the town make the choice.
Right now, Benicki says it takes about 0.4 miles or 10 minutes to walk from his house to the grocery store. If Campbell loses the bridge, that would stretch his walk to 30 minutes, half of which would be along a busy main road.
The amount of semis going on those roads has picked up a lot, and it doesn't take much. You can't really put a price tag on a small child or any life.
Bromer says a few years ago, the board voted to take care of the bridge. But since then, things have changed.
We've discovered that we have a major water problem with PFAS contamination, and we need to put in a municipal water system. That changes the dynamic on the funding for, this bridge.
Money, Bromer says, the town doesn't have. Benicki believes the bridge is worth it.
If the town does want it, then we should keep it and figure a way how to make it safe and make it last.
Yet a count made a few years ago tells Bromer it might not be worth millions in repairs down the road.
Roughly 68 people cross the pedestrian bridge every day. Then you have to ask yourself, are 4,400 people willing to subsidize 68 for the pedestrian bridge?
In the town of Campbell, Emily Haugen, News 8 Now.
Bromer says the town would potentially go to referendum to decide what to do with the bridge. The town plans to hold an informational session with the Department of Transportation in early May. We will share the date of that meeting when it's officially set. After the break, big plans for the Cooley Region Humane Society. There's an expansion project in store for the shelter, but CRHS is asking for help pushing the funding to the finish line.
And as we help you plan the next several hours, we'll see temperatures staying in the mid-40s. Precip chances will also pick up in the evening and overnight hours, and we really don't need any more rain. But when will we get a break? I'll have that answer in the First Warn forecast on the other side of the break. Stay with us.
Cooley Carpet is here to help you with the spring cleaning sales event.
Save 20% on Perfect Pet carpet styles, and they'll move the furniture for free. Select vinyl plank and hardwood are on sale.
And all estimates are free during the spring cleaning sales event at Cooley Carpet Center.
It's our lowest prices of the season at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Right now, shop unbeatable deals on the things you need for spring. Like 20-pound bags of Blaine's Black Oil Sunflower Seed, just $14.99. 50-pound bags of Diamond Crystal Solar Salt, only $5.99. Get over half off this Continental Pizza Oven. Plus, for rewards members, all Skechers footwear is buy one, get one half price. Don't miss our lowest prices of the season in-store or online at farmandfleet.com.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Every piece of land has a story written by those who work it. Like the Caggianos, who are brewing their own legacy. Or the Upshaws, who DIY all the time. While the Nelsons play lead in their own adventure, 150 years in the making. There's a story in every piece of land. Run with us and start telling yours.
Talk to the John Deere experts at Tractor Central to find out which equipment is just right for your property. Start now at TractorCentral.com.
Isn't it time you turn your backyard into the oasis you've always wanted? Come to La Crosse Fireplace Company and find your outdoor setup. Imagine gathering with family and friends around your wood-fired pizza oven. Sit back and relax around your new gas fire table, available in different sizes and styles to fit your lifestyle and budget. Stop in this month and receive 15% off outdoor living. La Crosse Fireplace Company, because your place is by the fire.
This time of year has many different names. We call it Showtime. It's when there's work to be done and fun to be had. Plus, it's time for spring bonus offers at your Northland Ford dealers, where you can save big on a Ford SUV to make it all happen. Start the season off right with 0% financing for 60 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on a new Ford Explorer. It's showtime. Now, for a limited time only, get 0% financing for 60 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on a new Ford Explorer. Only at your Northland Ford dealers.
Cooley Carpet is here to help you with the spring cleaning sales event.
Save 20% on Perfect Pet carpet styles, and they'll move the furniture for free. Select vinyl plank and hardwood are on sale.
And all estimates are free during the spring cleaning sales event at Cooley Carpet Center.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Big plans are in the works at the Coulee Region Humane Society, and they're asking for everyone's help. CRHS is working on expanding and improving its facilities. The Humane Society wants to add more space to include a medical suite that would help animals get more immediate veterinary attention. More space would also be used for housing, education, dog training, and other programs and resources. 80% of the funding is already in place. CRHS is asking the public to pitch in for the rest. We have a donation link on our website. That's news8000.com. Now, on the weather side of things, the river levels maintain as our high priority. We go over to Eric Dean with the latest.
Ken, we were talking about this during the break. I want to put it into perspective just how fast this water is going. So when we started tabulating everything at midnight from the sensor, it was at 13.58 feet. Now, this is just as of a few minutes ago, we're sitting at 13.98 feet. We were at 13.94 at the last hour. Keep in mind, flood stage is 12 feet in La Crosse. Winona, 13 feet. You're sitting at 16.57. You're projected to crest at 18.6 feet on Tuesday. Wabasha, your flood stage is also at 12 feet. You're at 15.33 feet. You're projected to crest at 16.4 feet on Monday. Trempealeau, your flood range is at flood stage, I should say, is 647. You're at 649.51. You're projected to crest Monday at 650.8 feet. Now, this is the latest information as of just a few minutes ago, even during the break, actually. We're sitting at 13.98 feet. Major flood stage is at 15.5 feet. Okay, here's the deal. We're going to go above that. This is only going to be the fourth time since we've been keeping records that this has happened. You have to go back to 1965 to see the largest crest at 17.89 feet, 16.41, a little bit recent, if you will, 2001, April 18th to be exact. So this time several years ago, yesterday, we had 16.41 feet. And then April 20th, 1969, we have 15.7 feet. So again, this is only going to be the fourth time that we've gone above major flood stage. Now, in terms of rainfall today, we've received 3,707 inch in La Crosse, 8,907 inch in Winona, 3,807 inch in Eau Claire, 3,107 inch in Decorah, 1,207 inch in Prairie du Chien. As we take a look at the next several hours, the rain chances are going to continue. I think Sky Tracker is being a little bit excessive on that 1.44 in La Crosse. Everybody else, though, for the most part, I do agree with less than an inch. So we don't need the precipitation, but it's in the forecast. And because it's in that forecast and with that snow melt just still dominating the river, we have that flood warning in effect until further notice is issued by the National Weather Service. That's the verbiage they're using, until further notice. So let's go ahead and take a look at the radar scan. Right now we have a little bit of precipitation falling across portions of I-94 in Juneau and Adams County. You can see that right there on the map. Our next chance of precip is going to come from the south, and it'll push its way into the Coulee region in the overnight hours. When you wake up in the morning, temperatures in the 30s and 40s will greet you. Look at 7 a.m., though, that rain chance starts to pick up in our southern zones first. Then it's going to continue to push its way up and over into the afternoon and evening hours, and then we get a break for Thursday evening, but we will be left with cloudy skies. Speaking of cloudy skies, that's what we have right now. 47 was our high after a morning start of 37. We're sitting at 40 degrees in Eau Claire, but you factor in that wind, it feels like 30. That's the number you want to dress for if you have to head out now. Winds are starting to pick up out of the east at 20 miles per hour. In Eau Claire, we're sitting at 42 degrees. It's starting to rain at the airport. It feels like 35. Winds are out of the east at 15 miles per hour, seeing a gust as high as 25 miles per hour. So you see this warm front. We talked about this at the very beginning of the newscast, how that temperature is going to rise a little bit throughout the overnight hours. This warm front is going to push its way through the area as we go into the overnight hours. Then as we go into your Friday, we'll get on the back end of this, which will drop the temperatures yet again. So the details of the first warn forecast for tonight, upper 30s, low 40s will be the rule. We'll keep the thunderstorm chance in the forecast. It'll be cloudy and breezy. Winds will be out of the east at around 15 to 20 miles per hour. As we help you plan your Thursday, we'll start the day off with temperatures in the upper 40s. We'll keep the rain chances in throughout the day. We'll go to 61 by the 2 o'clock hour, 58 by 4 o'clock, and then the precip chances will dwindle down. We'll see temperatures going back into the 40s and 50s. That's going to take us into the next 8 days, and I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but the next 6 out of 8 days, we have rain chances. But look at the temperature drop, though. 62 for tomorrow. We'll do 10 cooler on Friday. We'll go to 45 on Saturday, back into the upper 40s, low 50s on Sunday, and then low 50s for Monday, upper 50s. But again, with rain chances Wednesday and Thursday. So the good news is we're still hovering around normal in terms of temperatures, but I think Mother Nature can just turn off the spigot.
If only it was that simple,
yes,
right?
Yes, I agree.
Eric Dean, thanks very much, man. Well, coming up next in sports, the Brewers looking to complete the series sweep over the Mariners. Plus a big day for the athletes at Holman High School. 17 Vikings are signing for the next level. Rob was there and has it all next.
Spring is a great time to plan your next home improvement project. Call now for a free estimate on windows, doors, siding, sunrooms, decks, baths, kitchens, or flooring.
Welcome to Wesco. Welcome to huge selection and savings. Buy anything in the store at our Wesco price and get the second item half off. That's right, buy one, get the second for half price with free white glove delivery and setup this month only at Wesco in Sparta.
At Stanton Optical, independent eye doctors are available for eye exams whenever you need one. You should have seen me before I got mine. You're so quiet. Are you mad at me? Book your free same-day eye exam at Stanton Optical today.
Hi, have you seen that realtor with all those billboards?
Hold my beer.
Get local, award-winning injury lawyers. Get Nicolay.
My brother, the Wizard of Fire, has it easy. I'm the Wizard of Super Summer Savings at American Home Fireplace and Patio. Even the name's a lot of work. Abracadabra. Right now, save on in-stock telescope casual furniture. Alakazam! There's super savings on Perfect Choice patio furniture. Bibbidi bobbidi boo. Low prices on fire tables. In-store specials on gas fireplaces. Seems Halloween. In-stock pellet and gas grills have super savings too.
Fireplace, American Home Fireplace and Patio.
That was exhausting.
Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. We do the math, people. For $79, you get all this. That costs over $400 at LensCrafters, over $200 at Walmart, and over $150 at America's Best. When it comes to value, Stanton Optical is the top bird.
Welcome to Wesco. Welcome to huge selection and savings. Buy anything in the store at our Wesco price and get the second item half off. That's right, buy one, get the second for half price with free white glove delivery and setup this month only at Wesco in Sparta.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports.
Slow week for the high school spring sports season because of the weather, but a perfect day for all of the Holman athletes to gather in one spot and be recognized for officially announcing the next chapter of their academic and athletic careers. A packed Fine Arts Center at Holman High School. 17 students signing their letter of intent. Let's showcase them all. First up is Peyton Atkins. She'll be heading to Midland University for dance. Then it's Kayla Allen's turn. The soccer standout will pursue the next chapter of her career at St. Cloud State. Also pursuing soccer at the next level will be Taylor Bemnister. The senior will hit the pitch at UW-Eau Claire. Next up, Gavin Bromwell, the senior linebacker, will pursue football at Coe College. Carter Galt signing his letter of intent to play golf at Wisconsin Lutheran. Tucker Gegenfertner, what do you say now, kid? He'll be swinging for the fences as he plans on playing baseball at Lakeland University. Back to the pitch now, it's Ella Lechecki. The senior will stay in the area and play soccer at Viterbo. Next up, a two-sport athlete, Nora Lee, plans on hitting the pitch as well as the mat as Lee will attend UW-Stevens Point for soccer And wrestling. Back to the gridiron, Matt McBride will play football at the next level at the University of Jamestown. Also pursuing football is Tyrus McCoy. The senior will play Division I football in the Big Sky Conference at Montana State. Hogan Schneider plans on staying close to home as he heads to St. Mary's to play soccer. Cade Smith signing his letter of intent to play golf at Southwest Tech. Time for the Tengblad twins. First up is Reed. The senior will be in the front court at UW River Falls. Joining him on the hardwood is his twin brother Drew. Both guys will look to get the Falcons back on track in the WIAC. Next up is Molly Twitchell. Senior will be heading to UW Stout for cross country as well as track and field. Elliot Waldron will be staying in lacrosse to play soccer at Viterbo University. And last but certainly not least, Andrew Weiss will be joining the Mavericks. Mankato State, give it up. Big congrats to all 17 athletes for officially taking that next step. Brewers looking for the sweep in Seattle. They were down 2 in the 7th, but Milwaukee making a comeback. Bryce Terang coming up big in a clutch spot. Base hit in a left field. That's going to put the Crew on top. 2 runners come in to score. Brewers score 5 in the inning. They get the comeback win. 5-3 the final. That's 4 straight.
Nice.
Going back to Homan.
Yep.
All special, but I know one kind of hits close to home for you.
And you could kind of see it in the video. Taylor Bemnister signing for UW Eau Claire. Her late mother, big soccer family, and her mother played at UW Eau Claire. So you could see the emotion on the family's face as Taylor signs for that exact same school.
It's going to be awesome.
Really cool.
Yep.
Thanks a lot, Rob.
You got it.
We will be right back after this.
We've done many, many renovations. We bought an old house and have made it into an up-to-date house. Whenever anything involves plumbing, the first call I make is to Maxwell White. Their technicians put together a great final product.
There are so many things we take for granted. So many things. And along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for their survival for granted too. The elderly, disabled, the veterans, people on limited and fixed incomes, or folks that lost jobs in sectors hardest hit during the pandemic. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living? Some people just can't come back. And through no fault of their own, they're being left behind, struggling to keep their heat, water, and power on. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our heat, water, and power providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
Sick of running out of hot water? The professionals at Maxwell White are here to handle all of your water heater needs. Our licensed technicians can install, repair, or replace any type of water heater with same-day or next-day service. Call Maxwell White. Plumbing done right.
The next 8 days keeps the rain chances, unfortunately, in the forecast because we do have those flood warnings in effect. Temperatures tomorrow back into the 60s. We go back into the 50s on Friday, 40s for the weekend, back into the 50s, though, for next week. But in all seriousness, and I know we say this a lot, if you see flooding on the roadways, just turn around. Just don't go through it.
Yeah.
It's not worth.
Wise words from Eric Dean, keeping us safe and up to date with the river stage. Thanks for joining us tonight at 6. We will have the latest news for you tonight at 10.